What's up guys, Real Estate Nate back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about something that I am super passionate about, which is how real estate has changed my life. So about a year ago, I dove headfirst into the game of investing in real estate, and it has paid off tremendously. It has been such a blessing to mine and Sutton's lives. And so I wanted to share it with you guys and all the things that I've learned this past year, because I know there's so many of you out there like me that want to learn how to invest your money into something that's going to generate a passive income or grow your wealth, or be able to figure out a way to start making an income that isn't necessarily trading your time for money and not always having to do something that maybe you're not so passionate about. And so that it can free up your time to do things that bring more value to you in the world. Rewind the clock about a year ago, me and Sutton were in a spot where we were just like, man, you know, the realization hit us that our time is limited. We can only do so many things. We have so many amazing opportunities coming our way, which we're so grateful for, but it's like, we can only do so much in this life. So how do we duplicate ourselves? How do we generate an income when we aren't actually working? And so we started exploring different passive income opportunities, because I started to do the math and realize that you can never really save yourself a significant amount of wealth. You know, you have to figure out ways to invest your money so it's working while you're sleeping and it's working around the clock, just making babies like rabbits. And as I was exploring different options, something that really intrigued me was real estate, because 90% of all millionaires made their money through real estate. And that just was very interesting to me, and is where the ultra wealthy store their money. So I was like, what is so special about real estate? So I started looking into it, and then I met my now mentor, which he has acquired over 5,000 single family homes in the past 20 years. And I was like, wow, this guy's doing something right. So let's learn from him. So I learned his strategy, which I will share with all of you guys, that has ultimately led me to where I am today. And it's just an amazing, amazing way to do real estate. And so me and Sutton, we just dove headfirst. We were like, let's do it. It was scary as crap, but we just dove in headfirst, and we bought our first investment property. And that was literally just 1 year ago that we bought our first property. And fast forward to today, we are under contract with our 9th property. So we have really gone fast and full force into this. And it's so cool, because the strategy that I'm going to share with all of you, how I invest in real estate, is such a duplicatable model. And that's what really intrigued me. I was like, I want to find something that I can scale and that doesn't take any of my time, because I'm not interested in being a landlord and taking the calls at night and come fix this, come fix that, and dealing with bad tenants. So what I learned was, my mentor taught me a way to invest in real estate that it takes the least amount of time, and actually the tenants are responsible for the maintenance and upkeep of the properties, which is, I was just like, oh, that right there, I am in on this, because I don't want anything to take up more of my time. I want my money to work for me and me not work for my money. And so number 2, it takes the least amount of effort. So we're buying these properties turnkey, they're ready to go. Literally from the time that we go under contract with the home, almost just a month later, we usually have a tenant in the property. So definitely less than 2 months later. And then it has the least amount of risk. It's not market dependent, which is really cool, because I think that's what really scares a lot of people about real estate, is getting in at the wrong time and fearing like, oh, what if I buy this house and the market crashes? Well, the strategy that we are using is actually not market dependent, which is really cool. And then it creates a service in the community. So it is actually a blessing to the people the tenants that we're buying the real estate for, because it allows them to become a homeowner, which I'll get more into later. And it is the most profitable. So the strategy that we have been using in buying rental properties is rent to own. Meaning we buy a property, we find someone who wants to buy a home, but they can't, usually because of credit reasons, and we will actually put them in the home and gives them a chance to build credit and build credits into the purchase of the home so that they can buy the home eventually. And I can't tell you how thankful our tenants have been. Some of them almost in tears for the opportunity. So that's just like a whole nother really cool aspect of it, is that it's like a win-win situation for both us and the tenants. And one really cool thing that we started doing is actually buying homes for people ahead of, like, they pick out their home, we buy it for them, and they rent to own it back to us. So that's just been an awesome new thing that we started, and we actually just did that with our last home. And so it's really cool that the tenant actually gets to go out and like shop for their home and buy the home. So last year, me and Sutton, we bought our first rental property, and it was like, boom, we were making $700 a month. Just cash flow, $700 a month, boom, boom, boom. Not to mention all the other benefits of real estate that I'm gonna get to here in a minute. But I was like, all right, we did one, let's do another one. Because me and Sutton, we did a great job of saving money in our first 5 years of marriage, which for any of you newly married couples out there, I can't encourage you enough to save, especially before you have kids. That way you can eventually invest your money, and then your money will go to work for you. So we just save, and now I was like, all right, let's invest. Let's do it. Let's go into real estate. So we bought our first property. It was spitting out a $700 a month cash flow for us, which was awesome. And then we bought our second one, and that one produced $800 a month cash flow. And so all of a sudden we have these two properties that are producing a $1,500 monthly cash flow for us. And the returns, when we did the math, it was just like off the charts. So then I was like, man, if I'm able to do this with my money, wouldn't other people with lots of money be interested in helping them do this for them? So I created a portfolio and a track record, and I started pitching that to potential investors. And what do you know? I had investors come on board, and they were like, that's awesome. Take my money and buy some real estate, and I'd love for you to do all the work. So I did all the work, and we split the profits 50-50. So all of a sudden, I'm buying homes with none of my own money. Which almost sounds like a scam or something. How to buy real estate with no money. And that's literally what I'm doing. My partners are buying the homes using their money to buy it. I'm doing all the work. I find the home, I find the tenant, and then we split the profits 50-50, and we put it in an LLC that I own 50%, my partners own 50%. So that has been like incredible, and that's how I've been able to scale this so quickly, and how we are literally about to close on our 9th rental property in almost a year. So as you can tell, I'm super excited about this, and I have so many things that I want to share with all of you guys, and how to get in real estate, how we're doing it, how the returns on your investment are so much greater than anything that you can find in the stock market or 401ks or traditional retirement accounts. And how really by every single home that we're buying, we are opening up a multi-million-dollar business, because we are turning $50,000, which is the average down payment on the properties that we're buying, and through the returns that we're getting, a minimum ROI of 25%. Really, ours have been much greater than that, closer to 40%, 40 to 50%. If you take a $50,000 investment and you're getting a 25% annual ROI, that $50,000 will turn into $4.3 million over the course of 20 years. So yes, every single home that you buy under this strategy, you're opening a multi-million-dollar business. So here's the cool thing about real estate. There's a few things, but one thing is when you buy it right, it kicks off a positive cash flow. For example, the first two properties that we bought, the first one produced a $700 monthly cash flow, then the second one produced an $800 monthly cash flow. And then it gives you the most powerful tax benefit that the IRS tax code will give you, which is owning depreciating real estate. That makes all of your cash flow essentially tax-free and then some. So all of the cash flow that I'm earning on these properties, my depreciation on the homes, wipe it out, and I actually don't have to pay taxes on it. And then there's even more left over for me to write off on my other taxable income. And then over time, it goes up in value. Real estate in the history of ever has gone up in value. And then when you become a real estate investor, you now are opening up your own business, which then you get 250 tax write-offs that you earn as a business owner. So those are some of the things, not to mention that you have a tenant in the property that's paying off the house for you and taking care of it, and a lot of the times upgrading it and increasing the value of it because they're treating it like their own. That's another amazing thing about the rent-to-own model, is that once you get a tenant in there, they're viewing it as their home because they're in it to buy it. So they're going to take better care of it. They're responsible for the upkeep and the maintenance of it. You're providing them a service, getting into a home that they couldn't otherwise get into, and it's just like win, 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 win. It's just so amazing. And so also with this model, and the way that my mentor has been teaching me, is that we are doubling and tripling and quadrupling our portfolio every couple of years. So, you know, we're not buying a house and holding it for 20 years. No, we're buying a house and we put it under contract with a tenant, a rent-to-own tenant that buys it from us in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And then once they buy it, we pull that equity out of the home and then we turn it into 2 homes or 3 homes. And so that way, now that now not only you're earning that original 25% plus return on investment and that you were in the beginning, but when you multiply the portfolio, now you're earning 50%, 100% on your original investment. So anyway, guys, I just wanted this to be a quick little introduction video on my past year, how real estate has changed my life, and where we see ourselves going from here. I'm really wanting to use this channel as a method of not only educating and teaching people what I have learned that has been so life-changing to me, but also a method of finding partners. Maybe you're someone out there that you have some money saved up that you want to invest. Well, I would love to partner with you and show you exactly how I'm doing what we're doing. Or maybe you're just someone who is a go-getter and you want to do it yourself. Well, I want to help you do that too. I'm actually a licensed real estate agent, so I can find these properties for you. I can show them to you. I can show you how we're finding the tenants and share my contracts with you and all of the above. So that's what I really foresee this channel as being, and I'm super excited to meet with you guys and educate and share. And if this is something that you're interested in, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and reach out to me. Shoot me an email, give me a call. My contact information is below, and we can kill it together in the game of real estate and change your life and other people's lives in the meantime. So that was Real Estate Nate. Hope you enjoyed this video. Looking forward to bringing tons of awesome content your way, and I'll see you soon.